Okie dokie, I'm back like a week later when I have time to do more of this game again. And in the meantime, I did revisit the cutscene where we are talking with like the sort of mentor figure in prison, the person that like takes pity on us, slash doesn't get why we're in prison and so on. And it cleared some stuff up for me because like this game's not subtle, it's just I blanked and missed some of it. But no, it's spelled out that like specifically, it's not just like what are you doing in here? You're not the type of person usually. It's like, it's literally like he just flipped out, stole a cop car, and then led them on that chase. And so that definitely seems to imply that he went out of his way to be in prison on purpose by doing something that wouldn't hurt anybody. So he wanted a crime that would put him in jail, basically. So he stole a cop car and went on a like a low speed, low risk police chase that just wasted a bunch of people's time all day. And that's why he's in prison. So he got into prison from not hurting anybody, and it's at that point it seems pretty clear like he literally is just in prison to kill this one guy. So it's not, he wasn't coerced into doing what happened at the beginning of the game. He wasn't, it wasn't incidental. It wasn't like a thing that happened like because he was already in prison and then here's this guy that he has a grudge against and he goes after him. He literally put himself in prison with the plan of going after this particular guy and taking himself out, which also might be a reason, like, up front you want to reflexively be like, oh, he wanted a non-violent attack. I don't know if this actually well, it probably pans out. I was gonna say like he probably wanted to have a non-violent crime, regardless of whether or not he thinks it's okay to attack people, because it would put him in the same prison that puts that would probably have the person that he's after. Because if he went into like, if he was in like Max or something like that, that'd probably go differently. Maybe, I don't know which prisons, which exactly. He was transferred, I believe, from that prison to Max for what he did, which is when we got out exactly. Because yeah, the guy that we're after was probably a child predator. It's probably explicit, like what they're trying to say is exactly what happened, which you would probably expect to be in a different type of facility. But I think they're also like an important influential figure, so they have like a sort of protected experience or something. But I don't know. But anyway, it seems like he's very specifically planned on going after him. That's why he was in prison. That's why he did the crime that he did. And this guy claimed that he would clean up the scene and that he would get off scot-free. And that clearly didn't happen. Probably. It's still ambiguous a little bit. All we know is that we were being transferred to a worse facility, which means that we are in trouble for something, and we were about to get out. We were explicitly about to get out of prison, which was the ticking clock, I guess, to go in and kill that guy before we got out, because then we'd lose access. But that also tells us that we were not about to be transferred to a higher security facility, because we were about to get out of prison. So we were caught for something, but this last cutscene that happened right before this episode is the one that mentions that, is there a brightness? Let me turn this up a little bit more. That didn't even change anything. He says that if he does this for us, then we're gonna owe him one. So it could be that, we did something for him, and we got caught for that, and that made everything worse. Or he betrayed us. So either one could have happened. It could have been just that he also wanted this guy to be attacked, or just did a bad job covering for us, and now we're fucked. Or it could have been that he framed us for something else, or he was forcing us to do something else that then got us caught, and that's why we're being transferred. But either way, we were being transferred because that's why we were on the bus that crashed. See, this is the one I already read last time. I definitely remember how to play the game. It was a little nerve-wracking to go back into these systems. Alright, so we have the ID card for the elevator. I'm always very happy when I end for the day at what is basically like a zone transition, because then I don't have to deal with the obvious downfalls of not having a perfect recall of the map that you were just in. So we just need to get back to the elevator, and then that'll take us upstairs to the next floor. Because somewhere up at the top of the tower, there's a radio station person. So we'll have the payoff of what's going on with that person. It's the book. The book! I found my way back to the beginning. Here we go. Alright, well, immediately got exactly what I said was going to happen about not exactly remembering your local geometry and where you were. I managed to, I thought that was the way to the fucking elevator, and instead I did, where am I? I'm all the way down. Okay, so I was on the right path. I remember that we were in the corner of the building, and that around the corner from there would be the elevator, but yeah, going in, I guess, the counterclockwise direction, it would takes you back to the beginning of the entire level. Going in the clockwise direction should take us over to the elevator that we've had to go to great lengths to get to work, both trying to get it off of the 3rd floor with that wheelchair, also getting it here. Card. The 18th floor. Well, MNFM. Well, MNFM. Well, I just realized I was saying Will M. Like, why am I saying Will? That's not how you pronounce that letter. I'm just losing my mind. It's like, I guess it's that part of you wants to try to pronounce the word, and turn it. It's not. I remember, like, the local radio station was KWOD. It's like quad. It's like, there you go. That's an easy one. Willman FM. WLMN FM. WLMN FM. They have to fuck that up all the time live, right? Like, just a nightmare of performances. Oh, it's a coffee machine. You have to really bend all the way down there to get there. Now I'm just thinking about the internals of coffee machines. I'm like, I guess it's like, it's kind of wasteful to make them tall because that's just a bunch of empty space, technically. You won't want to have all that empty space. Oh, this person's just hanging out behind a bunch of fucked up, obliterated windows. Do they look like that to you? Or is that just a me thing? Like, what's up? Yeah, I was thinking about how top-heavy coffee machines might normally be when the ones that I've seen that are my height and I don't have to bend over for them. But I realized, no. You put the water tank in the bottom, and then you pump the water up to the top where it's like actually used and everything. But like, you're gonna need a lot of water for a coffee machine, so you put all the water in the bottom to stock it. I guess unless it's literally hooked up to water. This one's not. This one needs to be manually fed an entire tank like a... But there is a coffee machine right here too. I guess it's the cappuccino machine thing. I actually don't know how to use these. I have no idea how these actually work. I only know how to use a another one! That's a lot of fucking coffee machines, you guys! You have 2 2 coffee vending machines and a cappuccino thing, and that's like the entirety of your entire lobby. I guess you know what to do when you run out of water in the other one. I guess just a light turns on and says, don't use this one anymore. Go to the other one that's right behind you. I'm gonna walk over here and find a 3rd cafe
For my part,
machine.
I know nothing with any certainty. But just the sight of the stars makes me dream.
Just the sight of the stars makes me dream. There's a kettle in here. That's not quite the same thing. That's just a ketchup. Got a ketchup thing, but it's just out all day. Actually, don't remember if ketchup needs to be in the fridge or not. I think it's just always in the fridge in houses because gotta put it somewhere. No, pick the crowbar back up. I didn't mean to. What was this? Today you have a funny taste in your mouth. Jester's gum. Made for a happier life. And there's just 2 cigarette boxes in the bottom of the dispenser. A thing that doesn't seem to dispense cigarettes? It's hard to tell what those are. The far right ones look like candy. The Jester's gum. It'd be funny if the other ones were cigarettes, just in the same machine. Like, just candy and cigarettes in the same machine. But I just gotta say, today you have a funny taste in your mouth. Question mark? Everything about that is a terrible, terrible slogan. Like, it's like, it's not even like, wipe out that funny taste in your mouth, or blah blah blah, hangover cure, any kind of stuff like that. It's just like, is something wrong with me? Is that a lump? Like, just like, it has like the same energy of like a medical, like a brimming medical emergency. It's just kind of unnerving to read. I don't like it.
That, my brothers and sisters, was another rock and roll classic coming to you courtesy of DJ Ricks on this fine afternoon. Weatherman says there's a storm coming our way to spoil the fun. So batten down the hatches and snuggle up under the blanket with the one you love, cause it's gonna be a rough ride. And speaking of rough rides, we got another dedication going out to my man with the plan. Murphy Pendleton. Somebody out there has got an eye on you, MP, so watch your back and keep it on track.
I definitely thought he was a woman. I guess ambiguous voice and the name of the radio station looked like it's called Woman FM.
Got a disc spinning right now, so you ain't interrupting nothing. Man, you look like you just saw a ghost or something. You all right?
Not really, no.
Good to hear. So what can DJ Bobby Ricks do for you?
Murphy Pendleton?
Like I was saying, what can DJ Bobby Ricks do for you, Murphy? Got a track you want to play, or?
I'm the guy you've been putting out the dedications for. I got the message. I came to find you.
Afraid you got the wrong man, Murphy. I don't know what you're talking about. But if there's a song you want to hear or a dedication you want to make, I could. You're listening to the DJ Rick Show on WLMN FM, where the tracks are tight and the sweet melodies flow on and on. It's always a perfect day with DJ Ricks, your on-air friend to the end.
Look, man, I came through hell and high water to get here because you called me. Now cut the bullshit, because I don't have time for this.
Chill out, man. If you don't keep your voice down, you're gonna get us both in trouble. And you do not want that. You don't know who might be listening. You understand? Thank God someone finally heard me. I can't even tell you how long it's been just spinning record after record after record, hoping someone...
What the hell's going on here, Ricks? What is this place?
No time to explain. If we're gonna get out of here, we gotta move fast. You getting this far tells me we might even have a chance of getting out alive.
What's the plan?
Right. Listen, I got this boat. She's moored down at the marina. She's fast, real fast. Problem is some motherfucker ransacked the studio and checked the keys.
I'll hotwire it. No problem.
That's not gonna work. This place, it does strange shit to reality, man. It's like there's rules you gotta follow. You know what I mean?
Bobby Ricks? Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Who's it going out to? But that's nice of you to think of me. Yeah. Real nice. Thank you. They're coming.
Who?
Doesn't matter. We gotta find those keys. On the silver chain says freedom. You can't... Miss,
Pendleton.
Put the gun down, damn it. We might have a way out of here.
You. I need to use your phone.
Sorry, lady. Calls come in, but don't go out. Just because folks want to be heard, it don't mean they're willing to listen. See for yourself.
What the hell's going on around here? No!
Oh! Well, there's not a body immediately. How did you even get followed? I mean, they're magic Silent Hill monsters, so they might have just literally appeared or some shit. But I'm like, didn't you have to take an elevator up here that goes really slowly? Up a huge tower? I'm just like... They weren't in the elevator with you. Oh, that's someone's blood. Alright, so signs are not great. This cop is really good at just kind of appearing here and there. Not the first game in the series where you're just continually pursued by a cop. It might honestly be like almost half of them at this point. Trying to remember. I think that happened in Shattered Memories, which itself was just like kind of remaking one, which it would be part of why it happened again. Okay, so both these doors are here. I could try going back out the way I came. I imagine I can't just hop over this. Nope. A lot of blood. Is it going to the fridge? The beer's gone! Who did it? The coffee machine! No! Who did this, you monster? Oh. There's just suddenly a sofa in the way. I guess we're not taking the elevator back. That's what I meant. Like, it's like... there was a subliminal messaging suggesting that the host was a woman. Because it just kind of reads as almost saying woman in the title of the station. And Bobby is a gender neutral name. Oop. We're going this way now. She's back to getting us at gunpoint again. So she did not like decide to be done with us last time. Okay, there's bad sounds behind that door. Ew. What? Why is there a prompt to open the flashlight in this corner? What does that mean? Use the lighter to burn it? I don't know. Nope. Diluent. Highly flammable liquid. Okay, I can burn something. Am I going to use the diluent here? I guess so. I didn't necessarily have context for why I'm doing this. It's just the game prompted me to do it. I'm like, oh, I guess I used the lighter and the diluent to burn these clothes. That's not a normal gate for fire security.
Oh god.
Oh, right. Uh-huh. No, I got, fucked. I rotated the wrong way. Go, 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 go. Please. What motivated me to... I'm not clear on what motivated me to burn everything. Hey, this place looks big. Hello, horrible tumor monster thingy. Listen, I just go where the adventure game interactions tell me to go to solve the puzzle. But I feel like causing a fire at the top of a tower isn't a great move, Mr. Nonviolent Crime. I don't love these segments because I don't really know where I'm trying to go, and I think simply running away isn't enough. They usually want me to accomplish something. But the constant state of running makes it hard to, like, assess what they want from me, so you end up running in circles for a long time. Oh, that's a fake hallway. That's a fun trick. Did I win? Uh-huh. What? Is there supposed to be a crank there? Wait, it's not. It's invisible. That seems like a glitch, right? Oh, look how the walls bend in. They're all crooked and stuff, and then they become straight as you walk in. That's unnerving. Is that even an optical illusion? I don't think it is. I think they literally just straightened out a bit. Oh, it might be just the fisheye lens. The FOV, like, got wider when this gets wider when these chases start. Oh, we're back to it. Oh. Damn it, I always want to turn it the opposite direction from the one it's telling me to do. I guess it's... Oh, right, it goes through walls, so it's not like it's going to get stopped by that. Look at me go. Am I winning? That's not where you go. That seems like a problem for me. Okay, I got around it, I guess. There are now cars falling from ceilings. What the fuck is happening? Are cars tied to your trauma? I feel like you doing the police chase on purpose probably isn't the same thing as being tied to cars for trauma purposes. Unless you have other car trauma. Oh, the door's over here. What? It occurs to me, why am I throwing Okay, are we good? It occurs to me that, like, I'm throwing a bunch of weird corpse cage monster thingies down to slow the enemy's pursuit, presumably. Like, that's like... They're telling me to do it, so there's presumably a reason to do it, right? Like, you would think it would be mechanically into my advantage to do that. This thing goes through walls. Why would it matter? I'm just now catching up with the fact that, like, it explicitly floats and goes through walls, and it just genuinely cannot be stopped by the literal geometry of the level. So why would throwing all these things even matter? Why would throwing them all down matter? Like, maybe it even doesn't. I don't even know if the game's just fucking with me and wasting my time with the prompt. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Does he experience the flipped perspective in addition to me experiencing it? Because he seems very startled by it. Am I now upside down in an elevator?
Great.
What could go wrong? There we go, flashlight. Hi. I think I'm back in the evil dimension.
Wait. No way. Couldn't be.
I'm glad you think you know who it was, because all I saw was black. I wonder if it was supposed to be more visible. Pranked, lol.
Nice stop.
Quick, open them up. You might be able to find a unicorn. Oh, we're still doing this. Okay. I thought I was gonna explore. Oh, there's a hole in the floor. Would it be good or bad to go down there? Okay. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Are we... That's a lot of screaming. Ew. What's that oddly... Oh, I was like, that's like oddly phallic looking. But no, it's just weird mandibly thingies. You having a good time? Uh-huh. Tell me about it. Okay, alright, got IVs. There's a global shortage right now. Or national shortage. I think the recent hurricanes around Florida affected facilities that actually like produce a lot of the IV stuff that people need. Ow. Wow, I thought I was gonna time that. Really blew that. We're getting a lot of heartbeat noises. How's it? Oh god, okay. Auto quick heal is right, I think? Yeah, there we go. So that was 26, it should be up to like, okay, 79. That's even more than 50%, I think. Yeah. It's like 53% healing. Okay, they have giant hitboxes, apparently. Okay, I finally missed one. This is a bit of a dick move. It's kind of hard to dodge it when you're being forced to walk straight in the direction it's coming from. Oh my god, I'm almost dead again. This is where all my healing kits go to die. Use 2 of them in one hallway. Oh god. Let's not explore both sides of this hallway. It is going to eat through all my supplies. Which is the only thing you would hope to find by exploring. Well, that would be bad for most of my organs. Excellent for my figure, though. Uh-huh. I hope this one doesn't fall directly on me. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ma'am? No thankies. Oop, gotta go through this one. Whoa! There's another woman there. I think this might still be like linear explory bits. Oopsie. I always rotate it backwards. Me and this game just disagree on what direction anyone would ever rotate a stick in. I always want to do it counterclockwise. Oh, they're back. I thought they might have disappeared from the level transition. Hey guys, please walk into the giant spike blender. Save me some time. Press. Okay. Got it. Uh-huh. This only matters to me and no one else, but I referenced Blade Runner, the Blade Runner sequel a minute ago, and then I look over at Discord and someone just posted a GIF from the Blade Runner sequel. I just find that funny. Whoop. It's neat how that movie has maintained public conscious, like a position in public consciousness. You're never sure which movies are going to stick around, which ones won't. No one remembers the Total Recall reboot. I remember watching it. It had Bryan Cranston in it for some reason. It was really bad. Here we go. That was deeply trippy. It was a really cool visual. I imagine any real human being would immediately be fucked. Like, I don't know how you would stay on that thing. The forces that it would have, especially when you're as you're walking on it, you'd be getting further away from the middle, so they'd be even more severe. I guess the best luck he had was that he was at the middle when it started, so it was moving the least, so he could adjust to the rising G's as he went. Is this level going to be full of cool clock imagery? Because I'm kind of here for that. I guess you could. I guess it's like a metaphor for like the time he did, because he's a prisoner. Because they did a bunch of prison imagery on the way in, and now they're doing all the clock stuff. I feel like this doesn't really riff very well off of like a radio station, which is where we started. But I know that I get why he would have issue with clock stuff and the passage of time imagery. But overall, I'm also just like, these are kind of just really cool looking visuals here I'm seeing that I'm not used to from Silent Hill. There's a sameness to all of the constant like rust and industrial stuff that it almost never goes to this like slightly whimsical nightmare clock dimension. This I don't know if anyone can relate to this thought at all, but it weirdly has the vibe of like walking into like a horror themed Banjo-Kazooie level. Like a mix of like the Haunted Mansion place and like Clanker's Canyon. Like there's just like the fact that it has like clock imagery and like this fun color contrast and everything like makes it oddly a little whimsical in its horror. That's just that's my distant glimpse at it from here though. My question is just trying to gauge whether or not I'm in like a normal level yet, or if I'm still just running from the threats. Does this thing have mechanics? Do I have to worry about this bridge? Okay. I think we're still just in a set piece. It seems to be the structure of this game is that you go around Silent Hill normal, and then you maybe meet an NPC or something, or some kind of transition happens. You cause a fire alarm to go off via an actual fire, I guess. And then you run from the weird distortion effect, then do a linear spooky set piece. Shotgun shells. Apparently the shotgun exists. And then after the linear horror set piece, you then do like an actual like solvable level that has like a map that you navigate and figure out how to puzzle your way through. There used to be basically an even distribution between... Hello. That's trippy. I'm trying to remember now. I think that last time we were in the Rust Dimension, it was just a linear horror set piece, and then we had to make our way back to the normal world, and then that was like the solvable space. Normal being the fog dimension, so it's not that normal. Oh. So maybe the Rust stuff is always a set piece in this game. And then you get your way back to Fog Dimension, and that's the place that has like maps and keys and stuff.
Who are you?
Hi. I think that was a guy in a wheelchair? Foreshadowed by the previous wheelchair going into an elevator imagery. A lot of floating it's mostly floating books everywhere. What is surreal space? Oh. It is a boss fight chamber, isn't it? I'm like, this is like a oh no. I'm always wrong. Oh, someone's running. Oh, no. Don't get blendered. Don't get blendered. Very pro tip. Don't get blendered. Oh, jeez. Oh! They fuck with your anticipation of being like, what do I do in response to this stuff? Oh no. Whoops. It's probably nothing. I had a thought, and then I just lost it. I'm a little spacey today for some reason, I guess. What's funny is I overslept for once, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm fucking set. I slept more instead of not sleeping. That's so much cooler. And I feel like garbage in a different way instead. Like, cool, thanks. Oh, right. No, I was having the thought, and this is just funny. Oh, motherfucker.
Funny place to take a nap, son. You know you could get your death out here if you're not careful. Got something for you. From St. Maria's, the old orphanage up there on the hill.
No. This can't be right.
Got your name on it, doesn't it? Seems plenty right to me. Of course, you won't know till you open it, will you?
No. Enough of this shit. No. I'm done. I'm finished with the riddles, the mind games. Whatever I did to get here, I've had enough. I want out. Do you understand me? Do ya?
Son, you still don't get it. It doesn't matter what you want. As for me, I got mail to deliver. Goodbye, Murphy.
Well, kind of set up to be like a sad, compassionate delivery man that's like here to keep suggesting to deliver to people with what they're unwilling to face. Essentially, it's like he has like almost this like Ghost of Christmas Future thing going on to him. Yeah, the dumb thought that I was going to express, but then lost track of because the game just started flashing imagery at me so much that I'm like, is that like... What's very funny is that for the Halloween event, I did a poll for Patreon for other stuff to play alongside this year's Silent Hill game, and the winner was Luigi's Mansion 2. And specifically, I did the first 3 episodes of this playthrough, and then I recorded the entirety of Luigi's Mansion 2. And then I'm coming back to do this one now. Just because it's like, you kind of have to start them in the order that they're ready to air in, and then you're like, okay, let's work on finishing them up now, and all that. If you've played Luigi's Mansion 2, it's very funny how the last half an hour of this game went. And in particular, the fact that those are recurring elements. It's like, Luigi's Mansion 2 also has recurring scenes where you have to awkwardly balance across a beam while holding the joystick in different directions to like Tony Hawk, like keep your balance beam going and not fall off and all that. And it has repeated segments where you slide down a slope and have to dodge all of the threats on the way down and so on. It's like surprisingly, this is very funny to have to be playing these two things back to back and seeing this strange overlap. And then kind of looking back and realizing, like, yeah, they probably came out almost at the same time, too. I don't know the exact release date of either game, but I think that they both probably date back to, like, vaguely 2013-ish. That's vaguely, like, the era. Or 2010 and 2010 to 2013, like, era. I don't remember when this came out. And some of it just kind of points to, like, the idea of, like, yep, that's kind of just what games were like, huh? It probably feels like it's probably like less of a coincidence and more just the idea of like, oh yeah, that's the games that people were making at the time. Potentially chasing some of the popularity of like Uncharted 2 and stuff like that. And then being like, well, I could do that too. I can make my guys slide down a staircase. Luigi's Mansion 2 also features segments where where all the stairs on a staircase all tilt and turn smooth and drop you. Actually, it's actually really funny how much those games have in common. I Can't Escape. Obviously, they're about ghosts. They both have invisible enemies. Womp womp. What if they're actually the same video game? Where do these spaces lead? We'll do my early exploration process where I poke along the walls before I inevitably finally give up and just open the map and get sent somewhere. Because I realize I've gone in a circle or something. Oh! The greatest threat of all. Man. I'm gonna go this way now. Bye. Ah! Okay, I'm probably not gonna get away if they have a melee person. Okay, so that's the block button. Important. What you got on your face, buddy? Ah! 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 Motherfucker, I'm gonna die. How we doing? Oh, better than I thought, honestly. Did I heal or not? This game really needs to have better feedback about whether or not your heal triggered. I genuinely can't tell if it's happening most of the time. Okay. I wonder if she has a cone she has to aim with that attack. It often feels like it's... Did they not come through this gate? Oh. They're just a punishment for going in that direction, I guess. I wonder if she has a cone-based attack, because it often feels like she just misses. But then there's other times where I'm like, it feels like she can hit me from like shockingly far away. That was an awkwardly placed loading gate. It's like immediately next to where we already started the zone in the first place. I wonder if I'm going the right way or the wrong way. The last thing that was circled was the Centennial building. Nothing on the top half of the map yet. Not entirely clear what they might want me to do right now. Let's see. Movie theater. Cemetery. This is a park? This is a cemetery is all the way down there. Do they want me to go to... I guess they want me to go... Bleh. I guess they want me to go to St. Maria's. Because, there's a circle on that one. If I am going the right way, it's... If I am going the right way, it's a little awkward that they loaded me in, let me walk 5 feet, and then hit me with another loading screen. Hi. No, thank you. No, thank you, I'm full. No solicitors, please. The music just died down. Did I actually lose him? Wait. Damn, I'm a pro at this game. Like the other side of the ravine or something. I feel like I've been here before. It's probably just a different shop door in front of a ravine moment. Nope. I can't do things here, Doom. Ah! 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 I thought he couldn't come here. Can't come here though. I'm starting to see the value in old games having doors that you have to manually transition through that have their own screens and stuff. It's like when you do that, like you can't have awkward moments like this where the monster has to awkwardly just stare at you. Like if the screen just kind of like fades to black for a second as you open a door and fades back up, you're like, ah, I'm in this room now. And there's like, that's a more acceptable classic horror, survival horror way of like curating these spaces without doing this. But also leads to this moments like this where you feel like you're being camped by an AI, where it's like, okay, well, I got here by running, but now the AI is just awkwardly camping this doorway, which seems unfair. I can't believe I just dodged an attack. You fucker! Okay, she didn't do the roar. See, this is what I mean when I can't tell what her distance is. It definitely feels like she'll miss me at closer distances than hit me at longer distances. I could probably use this. The other one's been damaged. Let's see. Where am I? So we want to turn right, I think. Because left is probably a dead end. Yep. And if I turn right and then go right again, we should be able to make it to correct direction, at least in the long term. Uh-oh. Do you see me? Oh, camera. So turning right, and that's a barrier. Let's run up to it so it shows up on my map so I don't make the mistake of coming here again. That's an upsetting barrier. Ah, maybe that's where I go. Okie dokie. Uh-oh. Something took a swing at me. I bet I can't use this door. Now there's a monster behind me, there's not. Wait, is this... Am I back? I think I might have just found my way back to the previous... Yeah, I went inside that building And then I think I came out and I got pinned in the corner by a white monster. That one, probably. And then I couldn't get out and died, and then I reloaded. And that's when my game froze, and it locked in the it hard locked in the cutscene. Or I guess it's is it called soft locked whenever? I think it's hard locked if the game fully breaks, even if it didn't literally freeze. And then soft lock is when you're like walking around technically or able to interact with the game, but you just can't physically proceed because the game has broken in a logic sense. I haven't been up and down in this area. Ow! Did I run out of stamina? I couldn't run. I don't understand how running in this game works. I know that sounds insane, because like how do you not know how to run? But my character just randomly starts and stops running, and I don't think that me pressing the run button is actually controlling it most of the time. It's like you can only fully run when your character's in danger, but the trigger for being in danger isn't fair. So a monster can be like right next to you and even run up to you to hit you, and you won't have triggered running mode because your character doesn't realize they're in danger somehow or something. Like I'm full on being chased by this guy continually. Let's get these on the map so I can actually tell where the barriers are. I'm rubbing my face on them. Yeah, as far as I can remember, I pretty much always just run from all the monsters in the open world areas. Uh oh. Well, I see a problem with this approach. I don't think I can trigger. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it. Okay. I don't know what his AI is doing right now. I don't quite need healing yet. You know, enough space. There you go. So much for the perceived safety of that. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. That's not an open window. And this is a dead end. Well, I found a bird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just going the wrong way at this point. And maybe have been ever since the cemetery. I probably was supposed to go somewhere else back at the cemetery, but I found a new bird. Not the subtlest imagery. You just find a caged bird and you let it free, and then it flies free. Whee! It's a symbol for like how you were in prison, man. Remember? And every time you release one, you see a glimpse of you walking in an open field, which is almost just even more like lush freedom energy. So I think I originally went that way to avoid a patrol car. I think I heard one coming, and so I took the turn into the side yard, which took me to all that mess. Uh-oh. And it sees me. Oh. Oh god. Okay, so that's definitely what it does. It fades to black, and then all the monsters show. It's another good example of what I was talking about with this game before, about it conveying mechanics, because, like, it really does just fade to black and cover the screen in monsters. But, like, it's a good example of, like, a moment where it would have been good to snap the camera in the direction of the cop car to reveal the cop car even is there and caused this. You can almost sense, like, the missing cutscene that happens, where, like, the alarm plays and it's confirmed that the cop car saw you, and then all the monsters spawn. They're doing these. They're trying to do these like immersive, emergent mechanic things that happen. But much like how the game doesn't really communicate that the water level's rising in the moment that's supposed to be a scare about the water level rising, the cop car mechanic is extremely confusing if you aren't looking at the cop car when it arrives, which is probably most of the time because you're walking around a forest, or you're walking around like these woods and exploring and explicitly not looking for the cop car necessarily. Did I just go in a big circle? Is this... When I was all the way back here, I eyed this location and kind of thought it looked like it went somewhere, but it looked like it was going to dead end after going for a bit, so I didn't go down it. But it actually led to this dead end, this little path, so you can slip through here a little bit. There's definitely a jankiness to having it just fade to black and then just spawning a bunch of monsters. For a few reasons. Like, one, it's like the big threat, but like it doesn't really give you like a heightened, like, Metal Gear Solid, you've been caught in a stealth game vibe. So it's not entirely clear what the game's going for in that moment. But also you can just like you can like turn a corner and all the monsters are no longer a part of your life anymore. So it's also like not as consequential as the game is, like, kind of seems to want it to be, which is a little iffy as a concept. Another combination lock. This game seems to really love doing the combination lock thingy. My issue is that the open world is so full of these digital combination locks that completely lock off the content of various areas that, like, I'm not confident I'll ever find out how to open any of them. Because it requires you to go, presumably, to a completely different location, find the combination lock. There's a fire axe. Find the combination, then also know where the combination lock is, and go back to that place. Uh-oh. Woo! Jukes. So you have to find, like, two disparately separated locations and track them both down. And know to correlate them in this giant map. Oh, that's a whole ass pickaxe that visually has been, like, associated with obliterating this entire goddamn area. That's some strong visual metaphor right there. I wonder if grabbing it does something, or if the grab button is for the fucking bottle. Nope. Oh, he doesn't even pull it out correctly. Oh, what a lame animation. That should be a cooler animation than it is, given how they placed it environmentally. I guess there was a level designer that was just having some fun, and thought it'd be fun to put the pickaxe there for the visual, just for the visual it creates. A kite. Do I get a break from him? Okay. Ah! You found a Silent Hill artifact. You can view these artifacts in the extras menu. Alright, a little immersion break. Oh, it said, okay. At the bottom for a second there it said, it looks like something I made for Charlie. Which would be a more touching emotional moment, but he didn't say it out loud. And a giant screen-spanning tutorial just was much more distracting, so I almost missed the message completely. Okay, so I'm back here again. Let's see. There's got to be like a different way out of this park, or a different way to get, like, over there, I guess? Oh, this is another moment where it's really annoying that you can't just scroll where you want to, and the screen wants to only scroll to 6 not quadrants, because quadrants are quarters, but, like, it only will snap to specific locations. Like, no, just let me center on the part I'm looking at. Yeah, I just scraped along the walls of this whole place, technically. Because I came back in and scraped along the right wall, so that overall leads back to the same overall spot. Hmm. The main thing that I can think of right now is that this seems to all go backwards into stuff I've been to before, so I should probably go back this way in the direction of the guys they had me running from. Because they probably distracted me from going the way that was actually helpful. Oh. Dark building. Big C. I think the overall world design might be kind of just like a big snaking hallway, like the overworld is, with a bunch of little side alleys that let you find little side buildings and surprises and birds. So once I saw old stuff, it was probably a sign that, oh, this isn't like an open world and I like navigate around and figure out how to get to the next place next via like normal city stuff. It's like, oh, the moment I've gone backwards at all, I'm probably just going the wrong way in what's functionally like a one-way road. So I probably am supposed to go forward in this way. Which I understand is intuitive on some level, because someone will probably be a smartass about that, but it's not actually true. It's not inherently true. I think a number of the Silent Hill games have been a much more open and non-linear layout, and you can technically even pass by the buildings you're gonna have to go into later, but you don't have a reason to go in them yet. And it's like more about like it's like this is more about intuiting level design and the way you're supposed to go, and I think some of the other games are more about interpreting like street directions. like akin to like being told where to go in Morrowind and having to figure out where that house is and so on. They are different designs. It looks like it's a whole... Oh, it's the top of that pillar came off. Of these like... Oh no, it's that pillar came off of this base. This looked the most out of place out of anything, so I was trying to interpret what it was, and it kind of looked like a vault door fell down from somewhere, and I'm like, why would there be a vault door? Oh no, it's the base of this thingy. It's got torn off its hinges somehow, which does suggest a level of destruction that just like is beyond decay and age. Like a fucking nightmare monster had to peel that off the ground. Because I don't think a car crashed into it or anything like that. It's indoors. And there's no, like, openings that suggest that kind of stuff. But, like, that thing aging isn't going to make it somehow get peeled off of its own base and launched over to the side. It's, like, it's too... It's very time-proof in design. It's just a big, heavy block that's also on a fitted slot that makes it not slide around and move. So it's, like... Normal decay would not cause that kind of behavior. And I cannot see shit. It's moments like this where you're like, does he have to have the flashlight so low? It's shorter than the counters. So I get an interact prompt, but I can't really see the items. Because the flashlight is coming from hip height. And you can only raise the flashlight by dropping your melee weapon! Who thought of this? What a dick move. That just means I'm never going to use the flashlight correctly, and I'm going to suffer. Because I'm not going to put my melee weapon down, I'm going to need it eventually, and I don't know when that will be. Just really missing the number of horror protagonists that have a nice little, like pocket, like chest pocket flashlight. Those guys are heroes. For having chest height flashlights. I've never seen a flashlight like that in real life. I've seen a flashlight like this in real life, so I get it. But like, I thank God for contriving those weird fucked up flashlights that I've never seen a real person use, because you can see better in those people's games. I keep thinking that all of these are condom dispensers. But like, one of them was in the waiting room of a radio host, and now this one is in a bathroom. And they both have candy. The candy part's definitely candy. And the packs are like too girthy for condoms. It's not a dick joke. It's not a joke about condom girth. I just mean like condoms are flat, and they're in little flat containers. I don't know who needs a vending machine that has like an entire solid ass carton of condoms, like you're buying that many cigarettes, but for condoms. Maybe at a furry convention. A missing portrait. There's so many moments where I have to turn a portrait to continue. That having a missing portrait is like a whoa, what's it mean? Is this a theater now? Yep. Came out of the vomitorium. I don't think I've ever struggled to see this much in a Silent Hill game. They've made it remarkably hard to see, just in general. I think the thing for me is that, like, having to see via a super restricted flashlight works a bit better when you are playing the game in first person. The bulb's missing. I have a few different film reels for this thing. I now need to find the bulb. But yeah, I played a fair number of like immersive first-person horror games that have super restricted light, but in third person, you're so far away from the light source, and it often points in different directions than your own camera does. It just kind of feels weird. Strangely, this thing does go up and down. This is very strange, actually. They honestly might as well just put the flashlight in my hands, because I'm realizing how strangely implemented this is. It's got like a maximum radius of where it'll point based on which direction my character's body is facing in, but it also is not just going in the direction I'm facing. Like, it follows my eyes, even though it's a flashlight on my hip. I'm sorry if I'm breaking the visuals for you guys right here, but look at it. It's on my hip, and it goes up and down when I look up and down. So it follows it to some extent, but it won't follow behind me because that'd be too unrealistic, I guess. Yeah, I increasingly wish that he would just hold it. He just hold the flashlight in your left hand, hold the weapon in the right hand. And maybe it'd be a downside of using two-handed weapons or something, but there's definitely one-handed weapons. Not this one, but Picturdrome Projection Services LLC, Film Splicer WC40, Film Splicing Guidelines. Only authorized theater employees may access the film splicing equipment. The film splicing equipment can be used to join two or more segments to film a film to create a single edited piece, seamlessly joining reel A to reel B. Many of the film reels stored within Silent Hill Archive are decades old and irreplaceable. Always wear protective gloves when handling them. Before loading the film splicer, ensure that the film you're using has been cleaned in a methylchloroform solution. The repair adhesive will not bind to wet film. Ensure that all film segments are thoroughly dry before attempting to splice two segments together. Ensure that you provide at least 24 to 27 inches of leader tape for the start of each new reel before splicing additional film segments to it. The film splicing equipment is solely for the use of repairing damaged films or joining two shorter sequential reels into a single reel. Any other alterations or edits must first be cleared with the copyright holder. Yep, because you're illegally modifying films otherwise. So they specifically want you to have about 2 inches, 2 feet of dead reel, essentially, at the beginning. So it doesn't have to, so that you don't just have it starting the film on frame 1 of the actual reel, which I guess causes all sorts of problems. I think this is like the 3rd film reel I've found. Are we gonna Tyler Durden this shit? Okay. Another combination lock. At least I have a lead for this one, because so far I've had no particular reason to think I even can solve any of the combination locks in this game. But in this game's case, I have 3 film reels. The house on the lake, the silent children, the secret in the attic. Just 3 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 1 out of... Okay, so that's just all 3 of the film reels. So if I can find the bulb, I can use these. Except this doesn't even say I can interact with it. Nine, 6, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. Oddly legible for how small the text is. Usually text that small in games this age usually isn't really legible. So it makes me think it might be a password, but it's way too long. 7 digits? I don't think this is a 7-digit combo. Nope, not what I meant. 6 digits. And the background kind of suggests 4 digits, because there's only 4 spots. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to proceed any further with this. Without the bulb, can't do a whole lot. The fuck? Los Fortos and Black Potros and Black Dance. Frank Caddy. Blah blah blah. Hard to read. So that was on the wall here, right? It was also like backwards or something, because it wasn't a visible movie poster. But it fell off when I walked away. And that one fell off the wall here. Which is spooky, but also I don't know what to do with that. I still think those are not a combination of things I can input. I want to see if the blacklight might have any news for me. A very small theater. With no... Oh, right, the screen's just not down right now. Alright, let's bring back the light that actually lets me see things. I don't think I'm going row by row. They seem pretty packed. Okay, there's this side. I was here before. Just a whole door on the floor. I guess I can just, like, see if a projector bulb of all things turns up? I can appreciate side content and puzzles, but I feel like most of the stuff I'm finding on the, like, in the side tangent stuff is, like, prohibitively inaccessible. Because it might all require you to find something completely separate each time? Is that it? Is that not the bulb that I need? It's like a... Oh, it's one of these things. I feel like they've made these, like, just kind of unreasonably hard to do. To the point where I kind of get the vibe that people that actually do this content probably just used a guide. And just looked up how to do all of it. I just don't know how you're gonna... I don't know how you're gonna figure this stuff out. Part of the question is just trying to wonder, like, first of all, like, is the information, are the tools I need nearby? Is that a promise the game can make? Or is it literally anywhere else in the open world, and you just have to piece together all these really obscure, separate things? And it's not clear, so you don't know how to interpret it yet. I guess that was this whole place, too. So it's just... if I can't piece together what to do, this whole place is just a dead end. Huh. And then these just hang out in my inventory. Yep. Well. Going back outside, I guess. If I can find the door. Oh. Well. Sorry if you're disappointed, but I am too. Huh. So it'd be cool to enter a particular location and have like a self-contained puzzle all within that space, and I'm not clear if that's the case or not. Because yeah, like the apartment place had the 3 items that had to be returned to the various people. It's like, when you found the body hanging in his room. It's just not clear if anything else works that way. In fact, it seems implied that most stuff doesn't work that way. Because most of the time, I literally just see a locked door on the way in, and that locked door requires a combination to even continue. And for all I know, in this case, the locked door... it might be that you need a combination to open that door, and that gives you the bulb. I guess I just can't go past here. I'm left wondering if I'm misinterpreting how the combination locks work. Like, I'm just not getting that there's like a trick to learning each of them on the fly, and it's not that prohibitive. Or if the game genuinely does just like expect you to find a combination lock for each one in a completely different location. And I'm at risk of just doing an entire playthrough where I never figure out a single one of them. Because if that's the case, I would question what the utility is of arriving at locations and then just not being able to engage with them. And that kind of becoming most likely the most common experience for most players, essentially. Because given the rest of the Silent Hill series and how they work, I think that it feels like most players then would just never access most of that stuff and figure out how to do it without actively just leaving the game to look it up. Because this isn't really a series about exhaustively scraping the map for every single thing and then putting them all together that way. Especially if there's some terrifying tiny notes like this. Let's see. Local boy believed abducted while walking home from school by Harold Ulysses Brahms. A 6-year-old boy is believed to have been abducted by an unknown kidnapper while walking home from his school yesterday afternoon. Blah blah blah, who attends Robbins Elementary School, has been seen departing the school's campus at approximately 2:30 p.m. He is walking alone, and no witnesses have been identified at this time. Right now, we have very little to go on, said Detective Elliot Benson, who is heading up the investigation for the Brahms Police Department. As with any suspected kidnapping, the first 48 hours are crucial, so we're asking anyone who may have information about the disappearance to please call our anonymous hotline. Police have been actively interviewing school employees, students, as well as residents who live and work near Robbins Elementary. As of the writing of the article, the parents of the missing child remained unavailable for comment. As you can imagine, the parents want nothing more than the safe return of their child, and all their energies are focused in that direction, Detective Benson told reporters. A statewide Amber Alert has been activated for blah blah blah. If they have any information regarding his disappearance, please contact the Crime Breakers tip line. I'm trying to think of like what the difference is You always hear that, like, when there's a missing person, like, has it been 48 hours yet? Because, like, they actually... There's, like, this dismissiveness of, like, it doesn't matter until it's been a few days, because it's probably nothing. Whereas, like, but then the moment a kid goes missing, like, the first 48 hours are the most important part. This is when we all need to act. And it's like, hang on a minute. It's like, wait, there might be... I'm not saying that part's not true, it probably is. But it leads to, like, it kind of reflects, like, maybe a callousness to... Like, oh, well, they're not a kid anymore, who cares? It's like, it's probably nothing, it's probably just a misunderstanding. It is true that kids have less agency in the modern world, and adults have a lot more agency. So it's just very easy to disappear and be unreachable for any number of reasons, to the point where it would be exhausting and not just a huge pain in the ass to actually, like, try to follow up on all the potential leads. Whereas a child going missing, you're like, where the fuck did they go? That's not supposed to happen. But they are supposed to be in somebody's custody at all times. Just couldn't help but, like, notice that it seems implied that you're inherently disregarding the most crucial time for finding a missing person by not being willing to look into a missing person during that period of time in the first place, when they're not a child. This is all new. That's a good sign. Finding lots of big two-handed items to pick up. The number of games that are just accurately clocking how subtly unnerving it is just to have a slightly open shop door. I'm reminded of when you go past a whole line of shop doors over and over again in Fear and Hunger Termina. And that little set piece that they tease you. That's fun. It looks like a candle? Oops. It looks like a candle holder, but I don't have a candle. I guess it implies that this will open or something if you find it? Definitely feels like there's a bunch going on in the city. I'm just not sure if I would ever figure any of it out. We're on the other side of this wall. Can't go in there. I definitely saw that doorway that had a light over it, just so we're clear. Just poking around a bit. A lot of opportunities for weapons that I don't need. A lot of bottles here. Oh. Game crashed. Yep, that's the infinite jittery loop audio of a game that just completely bricked itself. Alright, we'll be right back. Where am I? What has happened? Bah! Okay. Well, that was unfortunate. Pretty sure I was just running around, so I can just run around again, but not click on all the stuff I found the first time, because don't need to do that again. Or we're already here. I think we are. Okay. Not set that far back. No, we are. Wait. Can it even be here? Oh, it can. It's not even a road. Well. Yep, slight struggle. Everything looks the same here. So I thought I was just in the same road where we left off, but it doesn't seem to be the same place. I don't remember this gate. I don't think I can go through. Oh, there we go. I'm not totes sure where I am. Okay, this is new. And probably a level, actually. Whole ass side paths down here? I feel like I should see if the door works or not first. That might be important context.
Yes. May I help you?
I'm Murphy Pendleton. I received this letter today, but I think there's been a mistake.
Ah, yes. Mr. Pendleton. We've been expecting you. You were the only family we were able to locate. Your presence is very welcome.
Family? No, that can't be. I mean...
Bless you, child. I understand this must be very confusing for you. We've checked the records carefully, and I assure you, there's no mistake. Please, come in.
What the hell?
He died peacefully, and is finally at rest. For that, at least, we can thank the Lord for his mercy. He didn't leave much behind, but his few personal effects are yours to claim.
What happened here? Was there an earthquake?
I'll meet you in the morgue in the East Wing, when you're ready. In the meantime, please feel free to look around. We're pleased that the good Lord has allowed us to carry out his work here at St. Maria's. I'm sure you'll find your visit enlightening.
Well now. I believe the door is unlocked. Guess we'll poke around that larger area when we're done or something? I am not used to having to, like, vamp over loading screens. They've kind of gone away over the last 10 years for most games. It's funny. And when I play older games, they have less loading, because they didn't... There's, like, specifically the 360 era that had, like, some of the worst loading times, where you had to really just stop and load, because they were a part of every game's experience. Oh yeah, I don't think I can leave. I'm locked in here.
Where'd she go?
Meanwhile, there's just holes everywhere. It is just like an anxiety-inducing element of these games, how just stuff like this is happening everywhere, and no one's acknowledging it, usually. It's like, what? This is like a crisis on a scale that nothing else can even apply to. Ah! Yeah, loading screens are funny because you never know how much of a topic you should commit to when you're trying to talk over them. Because you're like, yeah, I don't know if this is 5 seconds long or 3 minutes long. You just kind of start, like, nervously prodding, like, should I get into something right now? And then the moment you start, you're like, ah, damn it.
Hold on. There's something behind it.
They added that when people kept missing the where to go next, didn't they? Trying to look at let's see any evidence there's something behind it. How did he know that? There you go. Just barely, you can see it on this side. They made it pretty hard to see. Greetings. We're getting the there might be monsters nearby sound. Oh! It's me! I murdered him! Oh, he's a body bag now with an axe in him. It's a perfectly good axe. Better swap those out. Oh. Oh. Are those the mannequin monsters? Oh. Yep. Take it out before all the monsters come. I think we're gonna get attacked a lot. Didn't even know I was attacking that one. And this room is full of them. Are there more mannequins than there are invisible people to attack me in the first place? Are we good? Nope. Oh, I think my weapon broke. I couldn't tell because I can't see. Just slugging away. Look at me go. This does not work. You cannot do damage for shit with your bare hands, apparently. Ow. I cannot see. Okay. You done? Oh, only 70% health. I'm fine. Oh, I pressed right on accident. By accident. I don't remember if the black light revealed invisible, like this specific enemy or not. Definitely makes it harder to see. Oh. What was the point of that room besides giving me an axe that I then used up in the room, I wonder? And I'm back. Probably not where they wanted me to go. Maybe makes more sense if they just wanted me to notice that that door needed me to get the ability to open it up. Maybe. Except I could walk in here with a weapon that could already open that, which I did. Maybe that was an optional scare if you didn't have an axe.
Hey there. Do you live here?
Sister said we're not supposed to talk to strangers. Oh. It's just you.
What's your name? Hey. Maybe you could unlock this door. Think you could do that for me? It's a pretty cool car you got there. You like cars? Yeah, my little boy. He used to play with cars just like that. You kind of remind me of him.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Did you kill him?
What? No, of course not. Why would you say something like that?
Because she said you're the boogeyman.
Boogeyman?
Well,
What are you talking about? Who said that?
She did. She told me all about you.
Why is she crying? Who is she?
I don't know. Just some girl. She's always sad, but she knows things.
What kind of things?
Things about the boogeyman.
Look, I won't lie to you. Grown-ups tell kids there's no such thing as monsters, that the boogeyman's just make-believe, and there's nothing hiding under their beds. But that's a lie, because I've seen him. And I have a feeling you have too. But I'm not one of them. I'm not the boogeyman. Now what do you say we get out of here, all three of us?
Do you know the rhyme?
What rhyme?
She told me there's a secret rhyme that makes the boogeyman go away. If you say it fast enough, he can't hurt you. Do you know it?
No. But if there's a rhyme that can do that, I sure wish you'd teach it to me.
Then I guess she's right. You are the boogeyman.
Kid, look at me. I'm not a monster.
Not yet.
learn the boogeyman rhyme. Okay. This kid will only let me through this door when I know the boogeyman rhyme. He thinks that I'm the monster. Oh, this is like an object in your way here? You can't go here. You can go here, but not here. And here. Oh, the invisible wall continues along this whole surface. You can't go any further in this direction. Oh, it's so weird. Huh. Well, where do I learn the boogeyman rhyme? There's a shovel. It appears to be clipping straight to the wall. No, I don't think so. It's just very strange looking. Oh. Another med kit. How we doing? Back up to 8. I'm annoyed that I accidentally used one earlier when I had 70% health. Okay, we're back. We are back outside. I guess I don't have a local map, do I? We're somewhere in St. Maria's. The front door didn't seem to work anymore. There's the book. Old books, it says. That's funny to specify. Listen, this box only old books. No new books. Impossible. Not allowed to have any new books in here. Oh, creepy doll. Uh-huh. Does the creepy doll have a knife? Uh-huh. And there's a creepy doll that always follows you. It has a ruined eye. Swallows you whole. Ah. Yep, there's the church part of this place. I believe there's been a schism in the church. Close the door to go past it? No. Nope, and you can't climb over a small pew, so it's literally impossible to continue. Creepy children. Also known as their default state. Oh.
What the hell?
Camera.
Shit!
Slightly strong response. I feel like things are going fine. Oh. Hi. Hello down there. I know they're technically encouraging me to go find the child, but I'm gonna have to explore the whole place anyway, so I'm going floor by floor. Although I always remember my Myst 3 playthrough and people were just being like, follow Savidro, just follow Savidro. It's like, because they just, I was like, why is he not just following the NPC? And it's like, no, I always prioritize exploring the local environment first. That's what games have kind of taught everyone to do for ages. I'm just trying not to lose track of these spaces. So we're on the other side of this ravine now. Oh.
That looks like a rhyme book.
Well. Gonna have to find a key for that. How did you know rhyme specifically? Am I supposed to cut this cable? Use a lighter. Oh. Oh, it's working. Is that a lock on this side of it? No, it's a... it's for a lever. So I wonder if we're going to take part of the ceiling down with it, or if one of these is going to, like, swing into the door and knock it open. Is that the implication? Cuties! Ugh.
Almost got it.
Alright, so I'm not gonna be unlocking any of these things the normal way. I respect a guy that just says, fuck it. Real door kicker right here. Alright. Poem Fragment 1. Poor little Stephen Skelter. Even the chaplain won't forgive you. Forever lies your pleading cries. But Susie knows you felt her. Whoops. I guess I need more for some reason.
Pages are torn out.
They said 2 of the pages are torn out, so apparently we need to find more poem. The paper itself is noticeably, like, incomplete and so on. I'm over here now. I feel like I was supposed to find a map. that I did not find. Whoops. Because this does seem to be the big non-linear solve your way through this place, figure out how to open doors, blah blah blah. Like, you know, Silent Hill level. Hello. But I do not have navigation yet. I've also found shotgun. I found shotgun rounds, but no shotgun yet, which is a funny sign. I wonder if you can only... I guess technically I don't have a pistol either right now. So I'm finding ammo for a gun I don't have, because they make you drop your weapons in this game. Rude. Pyramid imagery. Oh, that's a body. It's a very long noose. That looks like a torture device. I guess like it's like an outside only merry-go-round, like you just sit on the like a bench facing outward. I don't know if that's any more or less dangerous than normal. But yeah, I think it was Silent Hill. One of the first 3 was the one where I just straight up didn't find one of the guns ever. I think it was like... Oh, body's gone. It's actually just a tire swing, you fool. Oh, that was sneaky. They replaced it. That's really high for a tire swing, though. In a way, the body was less alarming. How's that tire swing gonna work at that height? It's like they had to make it be the same height the body's noose was at, but you can't really mistake a body, like a hanging noose for a tire swing noose, because like one of them is meant to be accessible by children and one of them is meant to asphyxiate adult. Oh, it's back. Huh. What's he look like? It's not me. It kind of looks like me, but I think it's just another white guy. His hair seems different. I'm surprised it switched back, honestly. But I don't think you get like an item from his pockets or anything. This all goes somewhere. So my two things I've encountered so far could be related. We're trying to find the boogeyman rhyme, and we're also trying to find the pieces of the rhyme book. So maybe one of those will be the boogeyman rhyme. Got a wrench. That's a nice reliable weapon. Could just be me. I don't really expect a monkey wrench with how fucking hefty they are to like show any wear and tear as you obliterate human bodies, to speak in the macabre terms of this game. I feel like you could just keep fighting these monsters indefinitely with this kind of weapon and it would never break. Hi. And now it's time to test it. Ow, stop it. Can't see. Rude. It's like whenever she blocks is when she's about to attack again. Okay, rude. 4% damage taken. I'll be fine. I can't see anything. Okay, oops, knife. And she's gone. That's spooky. pan. This is the cafeteria, looks like. There's lunch tables everywhere. Thank you. Fun in the sun. In Comic Sans, do you suffer from portion distortion? Serving looks like... Oh, it's like it's trying to say like a serving of food looks like blah blah blah. Like it's trying to suggest like we perceive food wrong. But all I heard was the phrase serving looks, which like yes, queen. like I like immediately like interpreting the words completely differently. Portion distortion. We better fight the fat people epidemic, says the weird sign in the middle of a cafeteria, despite the fact that it's a cafeteria, so serving sizes are probably controlled by the lunch lady in the first place and not the kids. Oh, that opens. It's not locked. Oh, there's somebody down there. Maybe they'll politely stay over there. No! Cutscene dedicated to her following me. They're full on claw hands. No thank you. That's not a real door. Joke's on you, what if I went in here? And closed this door. And closed this door. And closed this door. Thank you. Alright, it's wet in here. Anything in the mirrors? They are proud of their functioning mirrors. Oh, it's this. I was like, what's the pickup prompt for? Oh. Plumbing. My phobia. Oh! Oh. JK. I was just feeling cute.
You won't find yourself alone until you face the truth.
That's fine, I don't need to find myself. Nope. I found myself today. PG Horror 101 is just have a creepy children's rhyme.
Come on out, sweetie. Not gonna hurt you.
Come here. And close that behind me. Don't need to deal with her. May I have your rhyme, please? Is it the itsy bitsy spider? Uh-oh. And this thing swings quickly. Oh, I can't see. Oh, there's more. Okay. Okay, this weapon's not amazing at this situation, is it? And it broke already. Any weapons around? Happy Father's Day! Oh, it's a weapon because it causes heartache. And he's handing him a weapon for murder. And there's a big red scary shack that looks all bloody.
My own boy.
He's like being nostalgic about stuff, and it's like she's literally being attacked by ghosts right now. And he's like, oh, it just reminds me of my own son. I don't see a weapon, so it's gonna be hard to fight the one remaining one. There is like a lack of subtlety here. Like, I don't know if Silent Hill was ever that subtle, but when you're already hitting me over the head constantly with the fact that my child is missing and we're looking for him, or not that we're looking for him, but he's dead. Like, I killed a guy because he probably kidnapped my son, and it's really freaking out on me. I killed a guy for kidnapping my son, and I went to prison for it. Both before and after, technically. And then on the way in here, I did encounter a child, and then when I encountered that child, he's like, "Is your son dead?" It's like, "Yeah." "Did you kill him?" "What? No, I'm not a monster." There's all that stuff happening already. So, like, then encountering a bunch of imagery about children is just kind of, like, straightforward stuff to include. But then having my guy be like, "This reminds me of my son," is like, yeah, no, I know, I get it. That's the point of the fact that we're in an orphanage and dealing with this imagery and everything. Here's finally a weapon, but now I'm gonna be attacked by somebody else. If they ever come in here. Oh! I feel like a chair has to be a terrible weapon in this game standards, right? It's already breaking. Oh my god, it sucks. Why can I only carry one weapon at a time? God damn it. And I'm back to looking for weapons again. Whoa. He tried to wipe it out, I think, and he can't. Oh. It's kind of brutal being almost incapable of fighting. I guess maybe this will work eventually. Okay, the struggle here is that even when you block, you take damage. So it's actually better to run away from the fight. Whenever he's... Yep, you can run away whenever she's gonna respond instead of blocking. That's funny. And it's always right after she blocks. So it's extremely abusable. There we go. Alright. That was honestly more effective than using the chair. Okay. But the mannequins have a lot of health, so I think you need like a sledgehammer to fight them. Okay. You don't need a dedicated... You don't need a dedicated "you found a collectibles" pop-up to happen every single time. I feel like that's only happening because they're making me find things as funny, wacky, fun time collectibles. But then they have to specify, this is irrelevant. Sorry, don't get confused. I think that might have been the trap they put themselves in, is they have to like specify, oh no, this isn't important. Don't try to use this for the puzzles, or think it's part of like how you go forward through the game. Oh geez, we fucked up. And they're like, have a giant pop-up happen every single time to explain that this is irrelevant. Because otherwise people will think that they can use this in the puzzle. Like, what's this weird body bag? What's this kite do? And they're literally just time waster collectibles, I guess. I'm sure you could claim that it's like, oh, it's developing the character, it's all hints about his past, and like, it's a kite. I get it. It's the generic iconography for there was a child. Let's see. Yeah, you can see them like this. Can I get to the mannequin? That's not where it is. Is there even anything in this room besides the mannequins? Okay, this room's clear. But I don't know if there was a reason to clear it. Let's see. Is there anything in here? Do. I could pick up the chair the child was sitting in and beat people with it. Back in here again. Oh, she's still here. She hasn't moved a single inch from right where she got back up earlier. Alright, you. Out. Bad reflex. What is he pulling on? Oh, is the idea that the design is... So he's trying to open the actual, like, doors of the the blackboard has, like, a hinge, I guess. But there's also a lock drawn over it, and I guess that's enough to stop us. Like, if we get the right item, we might be able to deal with it. Although it doesn't prompt me to use an item, it just prompts me to examine it. Okay, just lots of locked doors. %, health is exactly the right amount to go healing with. Okay, so I think this is all dead ends, so I guess I'll go back downstairs. I'm amazed I have not found a map. That's surprising. This is where she first came at me from. It is a school-type building, so there's a lot of really similar... Oh, here we go. A lot of really similar shaped rooms. Last time they gave me this, I used it to open to pull down a ladder. I'm suspicious of there being like stuff around that I might need to use it on. Dear Mommy and Daddy, can I please can I come home? It is bad at this place and I don't like it. The people are mean to me. They hurt me, and the medicine makes me feel sick all the time. I'm scared. Please come get me. They have astonishingly good handwriting for not knowing how to spell any words yet as a child. Love, Nurse to all staff. In the future, all correspondence for patient blah blah blah, whether ingoing or outgoing, will be filtered through the office of my personal review. No exceptions. Thank you. Roberta Block. Agnes D. Kietolis Peccata Mundi. Let's see. Yep, that auto-completed. Let's see. Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world, have mercy on us. So it's the Lamb of God quote. Makes some sense. Hearing noises. This opens up. Kind of, okay, not, I was thinking nurse office at first, but no, it's just their office, I guess. Oh. Blood on the radiator. Somebody had a gun.
That's more like it.
Turned into pistol bullets. Oh, I do have a gun. Where is it? There it is. My bad. I forgot that I currently have a gun. I just reconciled in my brain. I was like, wait, I've got pistol bullets. I'm like, oh right, I've been looking at my inventory and it literally says I have a gun with 7 shots and then the pistol bullets. It's not physically holstered anywhere in my body, which I think it used to. I could have sworn that when I first got a gun, you press the holster button and then it holsters on your body. Like, they make your flashlight show up in your body. You think the gun would be on your other hip or something. I don't generally try to use the gun. I feel like I'll save it up for boss fights if I get into some trouble or something. But normal enemies don't seem to demand it, and the way that you use the gun seems to be that you have to manually aim via like janky "this isn't a shooter" controls. So it doesn't seem ideal for even having to aim at normal enemies most of the time. Although in these situations where they camp a doorway and won't come out, it'd be amusingly effective, potentially. On one hand, it's a hand by a radiator, so the part of me that has seen Saw and so on thinks that somebody was like handcuffed to the radiator and sawed their arm off to get out. But on the other hand, I'm like... Not the other hand, just kidding, there's only one. But on the other hand, the fact that it's holding a gun makes it suggest that like they raised the gun at somebody and then it got torn off in a response. Not sure. Alright, well, looks like we've got a little ways to go still here. I'm gonna have to take a break.